Hey everyone, this is Tom J with another episode of the King of Craft Beer Reviews. So, fear of drinking pleasure, and in keeping with the festive holiday spirit of the upcoming Christmas season, we have today for you from Southern Tier the Imperial Helles Lager, Krampus. Imperial Helles Lager. Yeah, Krampus. I really haven't. Well, Helles Lagers I've had. Imperial Helles Lagers not so much. Helles Lager I've had a lot of. I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to go because I think it's hard to pull off a beer like this, an Imperial Lager, because lagers by nature are a very transparent type of beer. You really have to hit them pretty head on. You have to be pretty precise with them. It's a precise style to do. Anyway, yeah. So this beer, Krampus. Let's see. It's brewed with 2 varieties of hops and 4 malts, 4 different malts. Yeah. Okay, so this was brewed on 10/25 of 15, so 11/25. Yeah, it's over a month, not too bad. The story of Krampus, I don't know if people know this. I'll go over it real quick. Okay, so in Europe, I think it's Germany to be exact, not only do they have Saint Nick, who brings all the good little boys and girls toys and presents. If you're not a good little boy or girl, then you're visited by Santa's evil sidekick and his alter ego, which is Krampus. He's a pretty ghoulish-looking monster with horns, and he's got cloven feet. He's got like goat feet, and supposedly, if you're bad, you know, Santa doesn't visit you. He comes to visit you, and he carries chains and sticks, and he beats the little kids if they're bad. And if you're really bad, he carries a sack on his back, and then he just takes you away, and you're gone. So that's what they tell little kids in Germany. It's pretty traumatic. I don't know. I think I'd be a good little kid if they told me that's what was going to happen to me if I wasn't. It's pretty funny. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, let's get on with this. Pretty curious as to see what this is going to taste like. So I'm going to give this a pop. Let's crack it open. Okay, and we'll get it into a glass. All right, so yeah, it poured to a 1-finger head. Looks to be like a sort of like a tan, a little bit of an orangey tan head, rocky top, tight bubbles on the side. Very, very clear ambery orange color. Clear, like you can see right through it. I don't see a lot of carbonation. To be honest with you, there's really like not much carbonation rising up out of this beer at all. If you look really close, you could see a little bit of carbonation, but it's just a very, very clear beer. See the color of that? See it hitting my hand? It's like an orange amber color. Pretty beautiful, actually. All right, I'm gonna get a nose on this. Some citrus. Some bready, crackery type of malts. It's got a sweetness. Yeah, sweet malt, bready, crackery, citrus, and maybe a little bit of flowers, a little bit of floral. Yeah. It smells good. You can smell the hops in it. It smells kind of hoppy. Yep. All right. Well, cheers. Krampus down the hatch. Mmm. Okay. It's got a nice sweet bready flavor to it. It's got a almost like a candied, almost like a candied orange or a candied grapefruit flavor. It's very bitter up front, and it leaves you with a lasting bitterness, which is it's pretty cool for a lager to do that. Usually, you know, lagers, you can't hide a lot with a lager. This is I like it, very good. It's got a little pine, definitely some sweet malts. Now it's coming through caramel. Caramel, maybe it's a caramel or toffee, one or the other. A nice lager flavor, a nice lager mouthfeel. It's actually, it's not a light beer. It's a medium mouthfeel beer, but it finishes kind of crisp, kind of nice crisp bitter finish. The bitterness on the beer. Now I'm not an expert in hops, but I do know the differences between some and the other. This is a bitterness that I associate with more of like the traditional German variety of hops, like a noble hop. It's just got just a different type of bitterness to it than, like, say, an American hop or whatever. The German hops just have their bitterness it's a slightly different type of bitterness. It's, you know, bitter all the same, but just a slightly different feel, and it's got that. So, I like this beer. It's got like a sweetness to it. Like, I could see why they might want to associate with this with like a Christmas beer. It's hard. This is a hard one to explain. It's got a lot of sweet malt in it, and it's bringing out like caramel, and it's bringing out toffee, but yet you have like a little bit of citrus hanging out, some candied citrus, and it's hanging out in the background, and that's hitting your tongue, and the whole time you're getting a good blast of bitterness, and which of course I love. Yeah, this is good stuff. Very unusual, very tasty. Yeah, Southern Tier. Definitely different. As far as alcohol, let me see. There's a little bit. It's a little bit boozy. It's not you know, not really anything that I would really knock it for. I mean, after all, it's what, 9%? Yeah, it's a 9% beer. And like I said, lagers, it's a little hard to hide things in lagers. They're kind of transparent. There's not a lot of things going on in a lager that's going to be able to hide like a high alcohol content, or, you know, when you put some bitter in a lager, you're going to taste it flat out. It's not going to be masked. It's not going to be changed. Yeah, nice job. I like this. I'm going to let this one heat up a little bit. See what we get out of it. And I'll come back in a little while and let you know what I think. Okay, Tom J back. Yeah, so drank a little bit of this down, let it warm up a little bit. You know, for a big, strong lager, this is quite good. I think it's good. It's very indicative of the Helles Lager style. It's bold. It's tasty. It's crisp. It's got a nice crisp hoppy finish. It's got some nice sweet malt in there, some breadiness, but also some nice lemony type of quality to it. Mouthfeel is great. I really like it. I like this a lot. Yeah, not bad, the Krampus. Not too bad. Yeah. This one's going to get a decent rating, I think. I mean, the alcohol did not rise any. It's just a little bit, just slightly, a little bit. It's got like a little bit of a fruity estery thing coming out, like a phenolic type of thing going on. You know, the alcohol, you really can't taste it, but it produces a fruity ester that rises out of the drink. And you can pick that up. It's just like a very nondescript, sweet, slightly boozy, fruity type of aroma, which is nice. But on the taste, no, not too much. You really can't discern too much alcohol in the taste. All in all, I liked it. I liked it pretty much. Okay, time for a rating. What are we gonna do with this? The Krampus, the Christmas Krampus. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want this sucker to come visit my room on Christmas Eve. That's for damn sure. Kind of an evil guy. They just put out a movie about this. The Krampus just came out in the movie theaters. Yeah, so because nobody really knows about the Krampus. I knew about it for a couple of years, but you know, in the United States, it's not really that well known, the story of the Krampus. But I know that, and I think it's pretty sure it's Germany. I think in Germany, like at the festivals at the Christmas time, you know, they have Saint Nick there, and they also have like the Krampus running around too, scaring the kids. So he's pretty much ingrained in their culture over there. Anyway, going on about the Krampus. As for a score, I liked it. I mean, it's I'm not head over heels with it, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna give this one like an 89. Just gonna get an 89. Helles Lager. Yeah, it was very enjoyable, very tasty. It gets a high 8 out of 10 from me, which is an 89 score out of 100. So, with that being said, this is Tom J with the King of Craft Beer Reviews signing off for now. And remember to always drink responsibly. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.